Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, The School of Love. My name is Maria and I am helping people discover their inner potential for love towards oneself and towards the others. Today I invite you to a new episode from the series on how to do things. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about how to reset your focus for your romantic goal or goals. To this outcome, I am proceeding in 3 steps, 3 simple steps, I like to think, which will help you refocus your romantic goals, your romantic direction, your romantic trajectory. While many people think that the way you are, the way your love life, the way your romantic life looks like is set in stone and cannot be changed or challenged, it is my firm belief, and not only mine, that you can address the underlying issues which put you in a situation to want to watch this video, and so that you can change your outlook on romantic interactions for better outcomes, for better solutions. So let's start with a practical example. Let's say you're a man and you would like to get married and have a family. This is a very normal wish, a very healthy desire, even in nowadays era in which more and more people choose actually singlehood and prefer to live on their own. So, but let's say you're a heterosexual man and you want to have a romantic relationship, so that which leads to marriage and to the foundation of a family. But you observe, your reality, the reality of your life is that you jump from one unsuitable relationship to the next one. Let's say you either fall in love with or you either pair with unhealthy women, unable to have a life of order and system, with a system in it, or they cannot hold a job, or they have lots of debt, and they're not able to pay them, or they are not able to to be stable, they are addicted, they have addictions and so on. And every time at the end of such a relationship, you say never again. However, the next relationship seems just take the carbon copy of the previous one, and this goes on for years. But at some point, you'll be tired. At some point, you'll want something else. And this is the point where awareness strikes. So the first step is to become aware of your patterns, to become aware of your reality, the reality you live in, not the reality you wish you lived in. Many people say, well, I want this, and because I don't have it yet, or maybe because I don't deserve it, I just put up with the crap I'm living right now. But the awareness means that you ask yourself, if I want this, why am I living this? If I want a beautiful, fulfilling love relationship which leads to marriage and the foundation of a family, why do I put up with unhealthy women unable to have a life of their own, which then comes together with my life? Well, I'm assuming that you are a healthy man with a normal job, with a solid foundation for your own life, and so you're not dependent on finding someone to put your own life into order. So you're a good man. The same goes for a good woman, and so on. So the first step is to become aware and to ask yourself, if I want a fulfilling relationship and marriage with a good woman, why am I dating bad women? The same would go, for instance, with workplace. Let's say you're very good professionally, but for whatever reasons you stick in an unfulfilling job, a job which doesn't suit you, but which you can do very easily, doesn't bring in a lot of money, but you stick with it. And then you have poor to very poor relationships with your coworkers who envy you, mob you, isolate you. Anyway, they make you feel bad, and because they themselves feel bad about being in the same work environment with you. And then you change jobs, and you observe that the next job is just the same as the previous one, just with different faces. And this continues. So the first step is at some point to ask yourself, why am I finding myself in these situations repeatedly? If I want a good job, which makes me feel fulfilled and content and gives me a sense of purpose, why am I sticking with these jobs which are way too easy for me and incredibly unfulfilling? And this will force you to give yourself some hard answers. Of course, there are people who run away from giving themselves proper answers, who will just say, actually, I'm fine. Well, it's not the best, but probably I don't deserve it. And that's self-sabotage, and I'm talking about it in a different video. But what you need to know, what you need to do is to stick with that hard-won awareness or self-awareness, and to answer the questions, why, if I want something else, if I want a harmonious workplace, which gives me a sense of direction, and which is challenging at times because it forces me to grow as a human being, as a professional, as a co-worker, why do I stick with unfulfilling, crappy workplaces? And it will force you to say, well, maybe because I don't dare for something more, maybe because I think I don't deserve something more. And this will lead automatically to number 2, which is let go of the reward, of the hidden reward, which lies in that maybe I don't deserve, which is, for instance, a sense of false humility. I think I don't deserve more, but I'm very good, and I should have it, but I don't want to force, God's hand. No. Or let's say you stick with unhealthy women and the toxic relationships. Why do you stick with them? Maybe because they give you a sense of superiority. Maybe they give you a sense of fulfillment of a rush, of a dopamine rush, by protecting them, by solving their lives, by fixing them, which then solves or soothes a wound from your childhood when your parents didn't do that for you, or when you as a child couldn't do it for your parents, and you had this inherent feeling of guilt that you cannot soothe your parents, which it wasn't your job anyway. But this feels familiar. This feels, in the moment, it feels like I'm good. I'm repairing it. I'm getting better and at fixing up other people, which is not your job. So there is a reward. There is a hidden payoff. There is something which keeps you stuck in it. And you have to let go of it. You have to accept that that is not healthy. That is not what gives you the purpose. That is it. It's ruining your life. It's ruining the lives of those around you. And it doesn't lead you anywhere. Which then leads, at the moment you let go of that, you'll have a void inside of you. A big one. So, and because the cosmos, the world, the universe doesn't like voids, you have to fill it, because if you don't fill it, it will fill it automatically with something familiar, and you'll fall again in the old patterns. So you have to fill with a new intention for romantic goals or for your jobs. You'll have to fill it immediately. And you'll say, if I want a good, healthy relationship, which leads to the foundation of a family, with marriage and foundation of family, then I need a woman who has her life together, who is kind, who is patient, who listens to me, and so on. You'll have a list, you'll have a prototype. And you'll see, this is not part of setting an intention, but you will see that automatically you'll have to become the person, the man, such a woman would choose. So it will lead automatically to your own improvement before falling or finding and fall in love with the proper woman. But the third step is to set a new intention for your romantic goals, or if you want by extrapolation, for your professional trajectory. Set a new intention. And setting a new intention means you formulate in a way like, I am finding the best partner for my life. I'm finding someone who is suitable for me, who is healthy, who is kind, who is patient, who has her life together, who has a suitable job so that she knows the value of money, who respects me, who's able to respect other people, to accept them in their radical otherness. I talk in another video about this concept of otherness and radical otherness and how important accepting the others in their radical otherness is. So, and I am finding, not I want or I will find or I'm looking for, no, I'm finding a suitable person for me. Someone who's kind, someone who's patient, someone who has her life together, someone who's hardworking, if this is what you're looking for, someone who knows the value of money, someone who's respectful and able to accept the others as others and doesn't try to fix them, doesn't try them to make them hers, and so on. So setting an intention in an active manner with a very clear goal in mind is fundamental for this protocol of resetting your focus for your romantic goals. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again very soon. Love and peace to you all.